Now, have you heard that they're going to close this school?
Yes, I have.
And what do you think about that?
It's like overwhelming. The school is getting closed down. The first thing that ran through my mind is why? For what purpose? What's the outcome? After the school gets closed down, then what? In the meantime, it's getting closed down. What? What are the kids going to go through? The parents? Do they have a plan? What is going on? Like, why?
That's another problem. The parents are being, left in the dark about the plans, and we don't have. They're not asking for our input. It seems like everything is being thrown at us, and at the very last minute.
I think that the plan is it wasn't very well thought out, because even though we are a global village school zone and we do all work together as far as education, every area is not friends. So if my child from this side of town, you trying to send her over to Burnett, that's two different sides of town. It's a war going on out here. Ain't nobody think about that though.
So we are here talking to her, and she is a parent of 3 children who have been or are students at Miller Street School. What do you think about the school?
I think this is a great school. It's family oriented. I'm delightful that my kids come here, and I know they're in a safe haven. I know that the people that work here have their best interest at heart, and I wouldn't want to send them to any other school.
So you've heard about the plan to close Miller Street and send the children to either Peshine or to Louise Spencer. And what do you think about that?
I think that's terrible.
Why?
I feel it's terrible because you're taking children from this school and putting them in another school that's not doing better than this school. I think this school has done better over the years, and they're going to overcrowd a school, and these kids just not going to have the one-on-one attention that they would get if they were here and the classes are much smaller.
What kind of hardship would it impose on you as a parent if your child had to go to, let's say, Spencer?
Well, as a parent of a single parent of 4 children, I think is a great hardship, because my older children pick my younger child from here while I work. I work in the evenings, and I know this school is only a block away, and to have them cross all these major streets to go get my other child from that school, it's gonna worry me, because I know right here, if my child can't get here, I know one of these teachers would love to bring my child home. I don't have that type of connection with another school. My kid is going to be in a school where nobody knows her, and they don't know my situation. Here, everybody's personal. Everybody knows my situation, and I'm comfortable with leaving my child in their hands.
What's the best thing about this school?
It's a family setting. It's like a family. So, when you talk to people in the family, you know what's going on, you can help one another. That's the type of environment that's here.
And why do you think that is so?
Because of the teachers and the principal. She keeps everybody interacting with everybody. Everybody's engaged in, like I said, family situation. If something's going on here, she try to correct it there, find out what the problem is, recommend you to different agencies or whatever. Whatever problem is that can be helped. This is a good school. They learn a lot in here, and they consume a lot, and they do have a lot of activities for the children, and they interact with the parents and family members, and they have math nights and everything here, where the children get to be able to interact with different activities and things like that, and the parents also. So
parents have math night as well?
Yep, right with the children. They're all into not only math night, whatever, the science, whatever night it is. They have different things for different nights or whatever. And they have a lot of activities for the kids, so they don't be out there like they're doing the little Valentine thing. Something for the children to do. They don't have to be outside.
This is Maria Gonzalez. And I understand you have children at Miller Street School.
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us about your children?
I have one daughter. She's 9, and she came from the Dominican Republic, so she was put into Miller Street for the bilingual program.
And why is that bilingual program so important to you?
For not just for me, but all the other kids who come from a Caribbean island and they don't know, language is not their primary language. They need the help of the Spanish teachers to be able to get to when they don't need them anymore and just learn the English language. But they can't without the bilingual program.
What's the importance of Miller Street School in terms of that bilingual education?
Miller Street is the only bilingual school that we have.
In this area?
In this area, yes.
Mm-hmm. So, what would happen if Miller Street closed?
Then my child, along with 43 or 44 other children, will be just put out, if you want to just say that, because there won't be, they won't have the bilingual program. They won't have their structure. They won't be comfortable. They'll just be put into a normal classroom. Then they'll just be lost because they still don't know, some of them, the English language, so they won't be able to survive.
Have you heard where the students will be transferred if this school is closed?
Yes. Spencer.
And what do you know about them in terms of the bilingual program?
To my knowledge, I didn't know that Spencer had a bilingual program. So I'm here. If they do, I didn't know about it.
I understand that the students who come here who speak Spanish as their native language at home, mm-hmm. This is a special school for them. Why is that so?
Because they have a lot of staff that can communicate with the parents. Coming from a home where my mom only spoke Spanish, I can understand the fear of these parents sending their child to a school where they don't have anybody to communicate with them as far as their native language and explain to them certain things, like, just because you're sending a flyer home in English, some parents not going to understand none of that. They feel comfortable here because there's a lot of people that work here that can relate to them in their language.